Aaron and family. Would you like to sit with the hawk? Happy to sit. Let's go get that table right next to Larry. Let's go. Or let's just sit with him. He made us take one, and he took one.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have everybody start making their way to their seats, ceremony is about to commence.
I was hoping you'd do it next week. We're going to do a whole meeting.
If we could have Gary inside by the fireplace, we're about to start the ceremony. Gary, if we can get you inside, please.
I don't know. I feel like we should have gone over this in rehearsal.
Oh, you're out of here. We're not cheering for you.
Eddie.
And the land is dark,
Good luck. Thanks.
and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me.
It's gonna be like that, huh? Welcome, friends and family, to a sold-out, standing room only, in-person wedding. Please make sure your video is on, and if you have a speaking role, please don't forget to unmute, and let me know if I turn into a cat. Excuse me, that was from a first draft. We thought we might be doing this virtually. But the latter part remains. If I turn into a cat, please let me know. That's a big deal. Blake and Kaleigh are thrilled to be able to celebrate in person with all of you, but would also like... We're thrilled to be able to celebrate in person with all of you, but would also like to acknowledge those that can't be here. which includes some relatives, their identical twins, Jake and Haley, and of course, Nils' sister, who is recovering nicely from her arm attachment surgery. That was a joke that only lands to a certain part of the crowd. Now, as they say, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. Well, somebody else picks your step-family. And that may even be worse for most people, but not me. Blake became my brother in 1996 and has been my best friend ever since. Blake and I have been siblings, roommates. We've been siblings, roommates, classmates, teammates, and co-workers. On one occasion, we were each other's dates to a wedding. We mastered basement hockey and co-created dart dogs. Everyone should be lucky enough to have a stepbrother like Blake. The opportunity to officiate this wedding is among the greatest honors of my life. I don't want to start crying this early, but this means the world to me. I appreciate this opportunity. Now, several years ago, on the night Blake first introduced Kaleigh to my children, my daughter Millie immediately asked Blake if he loved her and when they were going to get married. Blake, of course, answered yes and told her probably around Mother's Day 2021. So here we are. Now, Kaleigh grew up in Michigan. Did I do that right? And Blake spent his early years in South Texas. They've made St. Louis their home, and we are fortunate to be here to celebrate their wedding and the beginning of the next phase of their lives together. Blake and Kaleigh are big on symbolism and also dirt. So they've gathered soil from their respective homelands, and today we'll plant a tree together. And unlike, so go. They do that right? Okay, so at this point, Hannah Alley will now read something powerful, moving, and full of meaning.
I think you all will agree that Kaleigh and Blake chose some words that perfectly describe their love for one another. A poem by Rupi Kaur. I want you to wipe away everything you know about love and start with one word, kindness. Give it to them, let them give it to you. Be two pillars, equal in your love, and you'll carry empires on your backs.
When Blake and Kaleigh met for the first time, Blake knew immediately that this was not just another Bumble date. Now, I'm going to pause briefly so that everyone over 45 can ask the person sitting next to them what Bumble is. Okay, great. So on their first date, Kaleigh was sick and she was coughing all over the place. Now, keep in mind, this was 2017. Back then, a lot of coughing, it certainly wasn't ideal, but it wasn't a deal breaker either. So she may not have been 100%, but as Blake puts it, she was picking up what he was putting down. They immediately clicked and bonded over their common interests while also supporting each other's careers and independence. Blake loves that Kaleigh always sees the best in others. As she says, Blake often has to explain to her what's wrong with people. Should have a lot to work with tonight. Blake describes Kaleigh as being about justice and mercy in equal measure. He sums it up like this: I'm better with her than I could be on my own. And while we're saying nice things about Kaleigh, I'll add this. Blake may be my best friend, but Kaleigh actually answers her phone. As for Blake, Kaleigh says he has come a long way from the guy that used to live in basements. She admires the way he is able to connect with people, the way he makes friends and strangers alike feel like they belong. She loves the way he absorbs himself in his interests. She likes that he immerses himself in a subject and learns everything about it so that she doesn't have to. During the last 14 months, Blake and Kaleigh have had a lot of together time. You learn a lot about a partner during quarantine, and they've only grown stronger. Now, as long as I've known Blake, he's always embraced a certain Dr. Seussian sentiment. It's fun to have fun, but you have to know how. And that's how they live their lives together. They make everything fun, and they sing a lot. Now, I can't believe we've gone this far into the wedding, and I haven't mentioned Chinese food, the NBA, or PJ. So briefly, in my experience, something like 85% of marriage is figuring out what to eat for dinner. Peggy gets it. Blake spent a lot of time in the Far East and now makes phenomenal Chinese food. And I can't overstate how important this is to your future. Kaleigh, thank you for being my brother when it comes to the NBA. On behalf of the International Ballers League, which is the fantasy basketball organization that Blake has made all of us participate in for the last decade, we all appreciate you doing the heavy lifting for us. You're a good soul. Thank you. Now, the way you care for PJ gives me a lot of confidence that my future nieces or nephews will be well taken care of. See, Blake and I briefly raised sea monkeys in the late 90s. It didn't go very well. But you've come a long way. As for Kaleigh, ever since she was a little girl, she always wanted a dog. In fact, when she was 9 years old, you know what? When she was 9 years old, she wrote a letter to her parents explaining why she should have a dog. And I would love to paraphrase it, but instead we're going to do a second surprise reading. So Hannah, if you don't mind coming back up.
Here's familiar. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Robert Lawrence. Hello. This is your wonderful daughter, Kaleigh Meredith Lawrence. I am writing you because, as usual, I want something. This time, though, it's not a new shirt or a new pair of jeans. It is something that the whole family can enjoy. It is something fun to play with, that has fur and is warm and cuddly. As you might have already guessed it, it's a dog. I know that you don't want a dog, but I think it is something that we really need. I think that a dog would boost my confidence, don't ask me how, and make me a more responsible child. I would learn a lot from a dog. Did you know that dogs are very intelligent animals? I know that you don't want a dog because there's a lot of responsibility that comes along with it, but I think we could do it if we tried. I would try to keep my room clean, which I still don't see the point of, and I would try really, really, really hard to keep up with my chores. You don't have to worry about my grades because they're already pretty good. And you don't have to worry about me playing with it because I will always have time for my dog. Well, I just wanted to bring these things to your attention. Thank you for your time. Your dog daughter, Kaleigh Meredith.
Did I get the dog?
Okay. That was not cleared with All right, we've covered a lot of ground here. And there's definitely a lot of positives and reasons to be optimistic about this marriage. But there is one potential issue looming, and I hope you're able to overcome it. Now, a few months ago, I called Blake, and he didn't answer. So I called Kaleigh. They were on their way to the farmer's market. Blake mentioned that he intended to buy some spices there. And then things got ugly. You see, Blake considers himself the spice sultan of South City. In fact, you know how many types of curry Blake has? Well, it's only 3. I thought it was going to be more than that. I texted Kaleigh. I really thought it was going to be like 7 or 8. But 3 kinds of curry is still a lot. And among other things. So they've got a lot of spices. They take up a lot of space. And on the phone, they kind of, it was, like I said, it was a little ugly. But anyway. From what I gather, Kaleigh is supportive of Blake's spice situation. But that support has a limit. And marriage is tough. However, if spice management continues to be your biggest issue, I think you should be in good shape. Now, a brief moment in time and the stroke of a pen are all that are required to create the legal bond of marriage. But it takes a lifetime of love, commitment, and compromise to make marriage durable and everlasting. And I hope yours remains full of music, laughter, and spice. I wish you a lifetime of happiness together and all the best life has to offer. Now, Blake and Kaleigh have prepared their own vows, and if I can call which pocket I put them in. You want to go first? You should go first.
Reading into my mic,
Oh, I'm just reading.
but loudly so.
Blake, I commit to you. I commit to us. I commit to growing our love and our life together. I commit to always making room for one another and supporting each other and to the best version of ourselves. I commit to new adventures, to new experiences, new recipes, new karaoke songs, all with you. I commit to building a home filled with song, laughter, and snacks. You are my partner and I am yours. You always and forever are at home in my heart, and you alone hold the key. My life and my love, I commit to you now and always.
Kaleigh, I commit to you. I commit to us. I commit to growing our life and our love together. I commit to always making room for one another and supporting each other and growing to the best version of ourselves. I commit to new adventures, new experiences, new recipes, and new karaoke songs, all with you. I commit to building a home filled with song, laughter, and snacks. You are my partner and I am yours. You always and forever are at home in my heart, and you alone hold the key. My life and my love, I commit to you now and always. Like that in the bucket? Can we kiss you?
We're getting close, guys. All right. Do you, Blake Hamilton, take Kaleigh Lawrence for your lawful wife to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, until death?
I do.
All right. Great. Now's the hard part. Charlie, can you bring Blake Kaleigh's ring? Is that right? Mm-hmm. One of you bring a ring for Kaleigh. Blake, can you repeat after me? Well, it's better than losing. You got the insurance, right? That's quite the nut. Does anybody have scissors? Keith?
I'll loosen the ring from its coil.
Why don't you go, give me the knife. I think we're going to do this again in a second. Okay, Blake, repeat after me. I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
Give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
As a ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
As a ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
I choose you to be my wife this day and forevermore.
I choose you to be my wife this day and forevermore. There you go.
Thank you.
Now it's your turn.
Okay.
Do you, Kaleigh Lawrence, take Blake Hamilton for your lawful husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, no matter how the rockets do, until death do you part?
I do.
Do I get a ring?
All right. Other child. Bring other ring to others.
You got the knife? It's for you.
What?
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Thank you so much, Millie.
Well, it's kind of their day, but
Oh, if you
why
could
don't you
go.
do this? Why don't you bring this knife to your
Oh, that'd be great.
Hey, Millie, will you hold this?
You'll never get rid of her once you get her. All right, Kaleigh, please repeat after me. I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
As a ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
As a ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
I choose you to be my husband this day and forevermore.
I choose you to be my husband this day and forevermore.
And so by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Oh, baby, I love you.
One more. So listen, over the last few months, we've all taken shots. Some of us got Pfizer, some of us got Moderna. Today, we'll do Rumpelmans instead. Kaleigh, as per your request, yours is smaller.
Thank you.
Like the beverage you sip, may your life together always be minty and exhilarating. Millie, thank you. Hold this for a second. Okay. Jewish weddings traditionally conclude with the groom smashing a glass. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the custom, this ceremony will end with Blake stomping on a wine glass. A shattered glass creates millions of tiny pieces, and we hope that Blake and Kaleigh's love will endure as long as it would take to put that glass back together again. When the glass breaks, please join me in saying, what do we say?
I don't know.
Mazel tov. You ready? Yeah. Is there anything I need? Yeah.